morning, Golden K.
Good morning.
Well, we got Ron Black who will give the God Bless America, Pledge of Allegiance, and the Kiwanis Pledge. And Joe Hawkinson will give the invocation. Ron Black is going to say a few words about Larry Wade, who passed away a couple days ago. So we got John then. That's John Baird then will be on the piano.
Thank you, Tom. As Tom just mentioned, I think many of you were aware that Larry Wade passed away in the early hours of Monday morning. It's at this point in our program that we normally have recognized him at the piano, and he's been playing the piano for us for years. While we don't have the obituary, I can tell you, I'm sorry? Who's got it? Okay, we'll get that and share it with you here briefly. We had looked this morning and I didn't see it posted yet. Thank you, Dan. Larry Wade, 85 of Decatur, passed away peacefully at home on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. Visitation will be on Saturday, February 7th, from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Central Christian Church in Decatur, with funeral services to follow at 11 a.m. Memorials in his honor may be made to Central Christian Church of Decatur. Larry was born on August 10th, 1940 in Heron, Illinois, the son of James Robert and Irene Bailey Wade. He married Karen Long on March 12, 1982 in Las Vegas, Nevada. He worked as a music teacher at schools in Decatur and in other surrounding communities. He was a church music director and a local musician. Larry was a member of Central Christian Church, the Symphony Orchestra Guild of Decatur, the Old Time Music Preservation Association, Golden K Kiwanis Club, the Decatur YMCA, and he was a former member of Theater 7. Larry is survived by his wife Karen Wade of Decatur, two sons, Harrison, wife Christine Wade of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and Preston, wife Illamar Wade, who is currently serving in the United States Air Force in Guam, two grandchildren, and three siblings. He was preceded in death by his parents. And as I said, the visitation will be Saturday, February 7th, from 9:30 until 11 at Central Christian Church, with the service following. Out of respect to the memory of Larry, let's observe a moment of silence, shall we? Thank you. And meanwhile, we are thankful to have John Baird at the piano today. And let's open our day with singing God Bless America. Sing it from the heart, will you? pledge. As our country's flag signifies purity, valor, and justice, may we as true Kiwanians exemplify these virtues as we serve the children of the world. Please remain standing.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we stand before you with the hands, minds, and hearts that you gave us. Help us to put our hands at your service through the work of our club. Help our minds to understand the best ways to help those less fortunate. And we ask that you help all our hearts to inspire the actions our minds conceive. We ask this in your name. Amen. Amen.
Good morning, Golden K. Good to see everybody here this morning. Got a great crowd, and we've got a great speaker. Lacie Elzy, she serves as Director of Economic and Community Development for the City of Decatur, where she leads initiatives to strengthen infrastructure, expand transportation access, and supports long-term community growth. She's a Decatur native, a graduate of MacArthur High School. She also graduated from Richmond Community College and then Millikan University, and she's a proud Millikan University MBA graduate. As she said, she bleeds blue. Lacie is deeply invested in the future of our city. She has played a key role in efforts to modernize public transportation and expand regional transportation opportunities, helping position Decatur as a forward-thinking and connected community. Her leadership in sustainability was recently recognized with the Leadership in Clean Transportation Award for Best Performing Municipality, honoring her work guiding Decatur's clean and efficient transit initiatives. Outside the office, Lacie stays busy raising 3 sons and remains actively involved in the community she proudly calls home. This morning, Lacie will be speaking on the future of transportation and economic development in Decatur. Let's give a big Golden K welcome to Lacie Elzy.
Thank you. Thank you everybody for allowing me to come and speak to you this morning. I always love the opportunity to be able to talk about all of the exciting things that the city is working on. So, to open, we're going to skip that one. Today I just want to share where Decatur is headed and how we are modernizing our services, strengthening our neighborhoods, and positioning ourselves for long-term and sustainable growth. Our mission is pretty simple. We want to grow a strong, diverse economy while still supporting the people and businesses that currently live here. We're focused on customer service, smarter technology, and making government easier to work with. So some of our goals that we have are modernizing services with technology, leveraging data and design to streamline development, investing in high potential neighborhoods, expanding workforce with new housing options, and building an equitable economy and a better customer service experience. So what does the future of economic development look like in Decatur? We recently published our 2026 to 2029 revitalization plan, and it covers 6 main priorities. So those priorities are economic development, modern service delivery, stronger neighborhoods, enhanced strategic oversight of our economic development tools like our TIP districts, long-range planning, and corridor revitalization. And what this, in a nutshell, really means is, like I said before, sustainable growth. Economic development isn't just about our big companies, although we love to get those in because they create jobs and future development, but it's about housing options, small businesses, transportation, and our workforce. Without those, we can't bring big industry to Decatur. So we are going to focus on investing in our neighborhoods, expanding our housing options, and streamlining our development processes so that they're faster and they're easier to navigate. This is also about updating our internal infrastructure. Long-range planning is critical for us to be able to offer our services both efficiently and effectively. And the revitalization plan is currently posted on our city website, and we're asking for feedback. So if anybody has the opportunity to read it, we would love to know your thoughts on that. You can call in, you can send us an email, and I've got cards that I'll leave for that. Maybe. Next, I'd just like to highlight a few exciting top projects that we have seen in the last few years, and a few that are in development. So first we have Tillamook. That was a really neat redevelopment of the old Prairie Farms building on Martin Luther King. It was a $70 million investment, and it created 50 new jobs here in Decatur. They do have plans to expand, but currently their capacity, they create about 15.5 million gallons of ice cream a year. So that's really exciting. And it was their first flagship, maybe I don't call it a flagship, it's their first development outside of their home state of Oregon. So we were really lucky to be able to get something like this. And exciting that they chose Decatur. Next is Broadwing Energy. So I'm sure that everybody has maybe heard a little bit about Broadwing Energy. It's an exciting energy plant that is going to be built. It is a $1 billion investment. And during its 4 years of construction, it will generate almost 4,000 jobs throughout the community. Once it is open, it'll create 30 full-time paying jobs. So we're hopeful about this development and the future developments that it could help bring about as well in that industrial corridor. And then last is the redevelopment of the Barton Citizens Building. So this one is slated to be redeveloped into a boutique hotel downtown. When completed, it would have about 120 hotel rooms. It would also be mixed development, with the smaller side of it being residential apartments, which is exciting. It would have a coffee shop, a new restaurant, conference and meeting spaces. So that will be an exciting asset added to our downtown. And then I'm going to move on to transportation. And I think that a lot of times people don't think of transportation as economic development, but it is a key cornerstone. Because if we can't move people around efficiently and affordably, then getting them to school, work, jobs, and healthcare, then our community stalls, right? So Decatur Moves is a really exciting on-demand option that we launched at the end of last year. We have been working on it for the last about 3 years. We did a comprehensive analysis of our transit system, and we really wanted to figure out a way to move people around that works best for them. So Decatur Moves is a curb-to-curb service. It's on demand. You can call and book rides day of. They'll take you directly to where you need to go. And for the first time, it operates all of Macon County. So previously, the transit system only operated within the corporate city limits of Decatur, but through some great partnerships and some excellent work at the county level with Forsyth and Mount Zion and the city, we all came together, we came to an agreement, and now we are able to offer the first regional transportation option for all of Macon County, and it has really been a success. I often say it's a great problem to have that we planned it too well. When we planned this, we planned it for 150 rides a day, and when I was just looking at January's numbers, we're averaging over 500 rides a day. So it is definitely a needed service, and we're busting at the seams, but like I said, great problem to have. It operates 7 days a week from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's very affordable. It's $2 if you are taking a ride anywhere in the city of Decatur, Mount Zion, or Forsyth. Countywide is $5. And there is an app, or you can call in to book. And we are exploring expansions. Originally, we wanted to operate and extend our hours until midnight to really start helping some of the shift employers be able to move employees around, but with over 500 people a day, we've had to kind of pull back and rethink about when we're going to be able to extend hours. So And just a little Decatur moves at a glance. So we started on September 8th, and then these are the number metrics actually just for the month of January. So for the month of January, we completed 18,396 rides. So since its inception, we're at almost 70,000 people moved since September 8th, which is just fantastic. 78,000 miles is what we average in a month, and with a 93% on-time performance. So in transit industry standards, it's pretty good. And that is all I have, really. In conclusion, we're just working on growth that makes sense, that is both sustainable and equitable for everyone. So at this time, I'll take any questions. And if we don't have questions, I'm going to introduce my boss.
Here we go.
Yes.
You said you got an app. How do we get a hold of the app? Or do you have that phone number or what the number is?
Yes. So the phone number is the transit number, and the app you would download from your Google. If you have a Google phone, or I guess an Android phone or an iPhone, you can download it directly from the App Store. It's the Decatur Moves app. And I think it's the first one that pops up, right? And the phone number that you would call is 217-424-2800. That one memorized. Yes?
Okay, sorry. Okay, this is a great thing for Decatur. And how many vehicles are there?
We currently have 26 vehicles. So we are looking to expand more. We've been looking at grant opportunities for that, and both the county and Forsyth and Mount Zion have pledged additional vehicles, which is great because that will help with our capacity issues and hopefully being able to expand.
Hi.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I'll go ahead and go. Hi, good morning. I'm Josh Chamberlain. I'm a business owner here in town, and I've got 1,000 questions, but I'll just pick one. What are you guys doing in terms of trying to diversify the economy here, and how are you reaching those other industries, other businesses that could potentially come here and create jobs?
Great question. So we are working, like I said before, on internal infrastructure. And so we are working on a business retention expansion plan. We have hired a new economic development specialist. That's actually a newly created position that the city has not had. And so by creating this internal infrastructure, we're going to be able to more effectively reach broader groups of businesses and hopefully bring more diverse options to the city of Decatur.
Hi, I've lived in Decatur since 1979, and I'm a rather avid bicycler. I've seen and tried to have input into several transportation enhancement plans, revitalization plans over the years, and there's always been great promise of enhancing the bicycle riding in the city. Bicycle corridors, streets, turn signals that take them into account and so forth. So far, I haven't seen much of that. I was wondering if that's anywhere in your plans, enhancing bicycle riding in the city.
That's a good question too. So we do have a bike plan that was completed, I think, through 2030. And a lot of those elements have been implemented into some of the grant funds and plans that we have. So for instance, the Jasper Street, Great Streets, Great Neighborhoods, we were awarded a $9.9 million grant for that, and it has bicycle and multi-use pedestrian pathways incorporated into the infrastructure improvements. And then also along Route 51, IDOT is planning some infrastructure enhancements that include a bike path.
I work a lot with the aging community in this area, and first of all, you're meeting a big need with Decatur Moves, and I want to thank you on behalf of that community. But I was attending a legislative briefing on Monday of area agencies on aging, and there are a lot of communities that have problems with regional transportation. Is there someone in your office that they could contact to at least find out about your program, how you operate it, and how you set it up?
Absolutely. They can call the number that I listed before, or they can reach out directly to me. We have, all of the staff is very knowledgeable about the programs, and so just reaching out to the city, even if they lose that number, call the city, we'll get you to the right people to be able to explain those programs. And if you have other areas where you would like us just to come discuss transportation and what microtransit, paratransit, Operation Uplift look like, we'd be happy to do that as well.
Over here. As someone who is very involved with the international teachers, we are very grateful for Decatur Moves. They use it on a regular basis, and we are their backup. And at least once a week, we have to take them to school because they can't, I guess because there's so much demand.
Yes.
So any way you can do to increase, because they're planning on adding more next year. So would be helpful for that community. And right now, there are quite a few of them that are totally dependent on that, and they have to have a backup or they can't get to work. So anything you can do to expand would be great.
Thank you.
One of your early slides said high potential priority neighborhoods. I also have a comment afterwards. But what makes a neighborhood a high priority potential?
So in the strategic plan, we're focusing on 3 neighborhoods, and the criteria that we looked at is past projects and initiatives in those neighborhoods, how much land is available, and what their current demographics look like. So how many people live in the neighborhood, what businesses are in the neighborhood. The city has won grants in some of those areas, for instance, the Jasper Street corridor. So being able to help get those projects over the finish line is why we identified a few neighborhoods to begin with. Each neighborhood is different, so it's not a one size fits all, but all neighborhoods will eventually have the same opportunities for improvement.
Yeah. My comment is, I'm glad to hear that you bleed blue, and there's another Dodger fan here in Decatur just like I am.
Can you expand on your corridor revitalization and what that means, and specifically what parts of town or area you're talking about?
When we look at our main corridors, we're talking about like our Route 51s, Pershing, the corridors that people use to get most places that have the highest volume of traffic. So IDOT is looking at infrastructure improvements along Route 51, so our main street. We want to ensure that we don't need to make improvements that would then tear up their improvements. Does that make sense? So for instance, if we need to demolish a house on Route 51, a lot of times there has to be infrastructure that happens with that so that we can cap water lines. We do not want to not demolish something and then come in after the roads are fixed and have to tear up new roads. So it's really just taking all of our initiatives and doing them efficiently so that they make sense.
So what is the timeline for that now?
For the Route 51, the state has, I believe, pushed it back to the fall bid letting. Yes. So we would be looking at that in 2027 potentially to start.
Ma'am, I was at Waller Road last night, Walmart, and my phone was about dead, but I called Decatur Moves. When it rains, it pours. Anyway, I called, my phone was about dead, and I called, and they said they wouldn't go book anybody till 6:13, 15, whatever it was. I called at 4:30, and all I got was music. Is there anybody there that late?
There are. Our operators and dispatchers do not leave the office until almost 9 p.m. We have been experiencing a very high volume of phone calls. We are talking hundreds of calls a day, and I have 3 very nice ladies who answer the phone. And like I said, we are experiencing a great problem of more service than we anticipated. So bear with us while we're working on it, but we are experiencing a very high wait time during peak hours. So we're seeing a longer wait time between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. So.
Well, they never called me back, that's what I'm getting at. So my phone was almost dead. And I just wondered, all I had to do get my sister to come get me. But what my point is, are they supposed to call you back?
I think so, yes, so I will look into that. They should. Did it give you the option to leave a message?
Yeah, I
They
have
did
a
leave a
new,
message.
yeah, I have a
Okay.
new debit card, so I gave them that info and all that.
Yeah. I'll look into that.
Okay, because I didn't
Afterwards.
move. I mean, I didn't get Decatur moves. I'm breaking that today, aren't I? Thank you.
Over here. Could you tell us a little bit about the drivers of your vehicles and how that's working out?
So we hire local drivers. They are all background checked. We are funded by the FTA and IDOT, so they have to have background checks. They get extensive training and regular drug screening. So we feel that we offer a safe and reliable option. But we're always hiring, so we need to expand. So if you know anybody who wants to drive, send them our way.
Is it my turn? You mentioned when you were talking about some of your agreements with various areas, and somehow Forsyth and Mount Zion always come up. But there's Harristown, there's Warrensburg, there's Organa. What's happening with these towns?
So those towns fall under the agreement with Macon County. And so all of the transit goes to every single one of those towns as long as it falls within Macon County's corporate limits. So the county's agreement has all of those.
Are there any people riding the buses anymore? No, if they have a much better option.
So surprisingly, yes, actually, in the first 2 months that we launched microtransit, we saw an almost 30,000 increase in ridership in our fixed route system. All right, if that's it, I would like to introduce our new city manager, Melissa Hahn.
Good morning. Can we give Lacie a round of applause for that great presentation? Well, as Lacie indicated, my name is Melissa Hahn. I am officially the city manager as of yesterday, so not very long in this role, but very excited to be here now permanently in this position. I did come and speak to this group, so I don't know if you were all here at that time. It was pretty early on in my tenure with the city. I did start with the city of Decatur in February of 2025, and the role as deputy city manager under former city manager Tim Gleason. So have been here now with the organization for almost a year. It's been a very exciting year, and obviously a lot of transition for me, going from deputy to interim to city manager all within that year. But like I said, I'm truly honored and very appreciative to the council and the mayor for the confidence that they have in me to take on this role, and I'm very excited to work with all of you in the community and continue to work with staff on all of the great things that we are working to accomplish when it comes to economic development and housing and improving transportation and infrastructure and public safety and all the things that we do every day. I do have some cards with me. I will leave those at the back. They were my old cards, but the number is still the same. If you want to get a hold of me, schedule a time, have questions, anything that I can do, please feel free to reach out. I don't have a specific presentation today, but I will, if there's any questions for me that I can assist with, we'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
Just a comment, I want to thank you for saving the city the horrible expense of a search for a new city manager. I think that was a good move.
Good morning. First of all, congratulations on your promotion to your new role. And I just want to make a comment too that it would be wonderful to see more community engagement with the city, forums, that kind of thing. I've been fortunate to live in several different communities around the country, and I've seen some that have really made great progression in terms of their economic development and pulling together as a community, decreasing crime, all those sorts of things. And I think a lot of that came from the engagement that was brought where city leaders and community leaders got together and had opportunities to have conversations and feedback and that kind of thing. So just to plant that seed, we'd love to see that happen. I know you respond to the council and to the mayor and that there are some restrictions there as far as that goes, but any way that you could influence that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I will just provide a little bit of information to your point. We are, constantly looking at avenues and ways to get that feedback. Obviously, it gets a little difficult, right? We've got to meet and follow OMA requirements, and so we're restricted how many elected can be there, and so that gets a little bit difficult doing things kind of outside, right? Our regular council meeting discussion form that we use. But with that, I will say we recently did an Oakwood Business District survey. That's an area that our new economic development specialist has really been focusing on. And so with that, it was posted on social media, posted on our website. So if you're not currently following those things, please, if you do use social media, follow the city sites so that you can see when we do post those type of options. We do mention them at council meetings as well. But we recently, as I mentioned just the other night, we did get 864 responses to that survey. So that's fantastic for a survey. Just reaching out, trying to get community input. So we're very grateful to get all the input that we can. As Lacie mentioned with the revitalization plan, we do have that posted. It is on the website. We have posted that on our social media as well. And there are different ways you can call in, you can shoot an email. But we're also looking for input with that. And the other thing I will mention as part of the revitalization plan, you will see that one of the things that we will be working on is updating our comprehensive plan. That's not been done since 2009. So I would say that's a bit overdue. And so that I am truly excited about because it's a comprehensive plan is a very long process. It's probably going to take us, I would say, 18 months, if not longer, to complete that, but that's going to take a ton of community input. And so, as you mentioned, all of those areas, when it comes to economic development, when it comes to community safety, when it comes to workforce development, those will all be components of this larger comprehensive plan. The revitalization plan that Lacie and her staff have put together, this is really kind of to bridge the gap. I would say, there's always been movement and things that have been going on, but there really hasn't necessarily been something set in writing of here's how we are attacking it. Here are, that plan does outline really the goals of what we're hoping to achieve within that time frame from 2026 to 2029. But this will be incorporated in that larger comprehensive plan. But it gives us at least a strategy and a path to start on while we're working on that larger plan. So I hope as we start to get, we're getting the RFP ready to go out for us to hire a consultant, and then we'll be working with them to start setting up all those different advisory committees and groups and getting out in the community to get that feedback. So thank you for making that point. Appreciate it. All right. Well, thank you so much for having us this morning.
Appreciation of you coming and speaking to us today. I think it's very important that the city comes out, interacts with the community. Golden K is very happy to have you here today. And here's a certificate of our appreciation. Thank you. World famous Golden K kid. Melissa and Ryan Hopper, Director of Communications, who helped me very much on this. Thank you for coming. Said some chapstick back there. Okay, good. And their cards will be back there, so thank you very much.
Good morning. Good morning. First of all, I want to give you a big thanks. We had 50 people, 50 members who did the survey, and we're compiling the data now. You'll hear more about that, but that's a great turnout, and we're really, really pleased with that. Linda Rowden, you're here, right? Come in. Okay, come on up. We got to catch you up on getting a prize. All right.
Thanks again for coming. It's very important to this very nice city. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, see you next week. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Number one. Here we go. Number one. Got a word for you, but I tell you, this is a stumper. I'll tell you that ahead of time. Okay. Proto alien. Proto alien. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Kevin?
It's potatoes that were grown in an alien environment.
You know, that might be a winner, because wait till you see the definition, you'll see how it fits. Yes. Gary, let's give him the answer. It's something that becomes only occurs because it's the result of your being drunk. So, Kevin, you see, that idea is about as far-fetched as somebody who's been imbibing would probably come up with. So I think we're going to have to call that a winner. Come on up here. Three. It's a big three.
Oh, it's to imbibe with.
It's a metal water bottle.
Try to get drunk.
All right, we got activity for everybody this morning, so I need everybody to stand up. All right, who in the room thinks that their birthday is either on or closest to January 1? Anybody on January 1? All right, who thinks they're close to January 1? Nobody's got a January birthday. Anybody before 11? All right, Don, would you come stand over here? Okay. Doug, sorry, Doug. And who's thinks they got a birthday closest to December 31st? Got a 24. Anybody closer to 31 than that? Okay, who's the 24? John Dunn. John, can you move over to this direction? All right. Now, the task in front of you is to arrange yourselves. Where you belong in terms of if you're close to January, you'll be over here, February and so forth, until you get to December over here, so everybody is in order, okay? All right? Now, here's the catch. You can't talk. No talking, but put yourselves in order. Let's see how long it takes. No talking now. Gotta do this silently.
I know when yours is.
Yeah. Who's got a mic? Let's spread on down a little bit so we can get everybody in. Yes. All right, let's see how you did. Your name and your birthday.
Joe, March 6th.
Joe, I think you're in the wrong place.
Harold, April 2nd.
You're definitely in the wrong place.
Doug, January 11th.
Roberta, January 13th.
Linda, January 13th.
Oh, all right. What time?
12:40 p.m., I think.
Jerry, February 1st.
Joyce, May 10th.
Cheryl, January 26th.
Okay.
Paula, February 19th.
Okay.
Gary, February 16th.
Okay.
Joel, January 16th.
Joyce, May 10th. Joyce, May 10th.
May.
Kyle, January 14th.
Don, January 22nd.
All right.
Norm, February 11th.
Harold, March 10th.
Ralph, April 18th.
Dan, March 3rd, March 4th.
Tuesday, March 25th.
Okay. Kevin, March 11th.
Mine, January 30th.
Whoa.
I'm not that far down.
Yeah.
Joyce, May 10th.
June 28th.
Ron, June 2nd.
Marcia, June 26th.
Al, September 12th.
April 4th.
April.
Jim, June 10th.
Mary Claire, August 2nd.
Steve, May 9th.
John, August 11th.
Donna, August 23rd. August 2nd. Karen, August 19th.
Kathy, September 12th.
Jackie, September 30th.
Okay.
Josh, August 3rd.
Marty, November 20.
Jackie, October 10th.
Bob, November 1st.
November 20.
December 7th.
December 9.
Kathy, September 12th.
September 12th. September 13th.
Mark, September 13th.
For a bad name.
Melanie, December 4th.
Dave, December 13th.
I wasn't born, I was hatched.
Okay. September 16th. Back in there. And, well, you did fair. Okay. You know what? If it was a group where this was kind of something that we thought was important for you to figure out, you'd have to do it over and over, you know, until you get it right. Okay. You know. So, all right. Thank you for participating. No prize. Okay, Linda, you have the attendance for us this morning?
We have 54 members present today. One Kiwanis guest, Doug Warren's here with us, and he brought a guest, David Bowman, and Danny White's here visiting, and we had 3 speakers for a total of 60 today.
Very good, very good. Okay, keep it up. All right, Captain Seabach, health report.
Yes, I'd like to let you know that Don Whitaker is in the hospital. And over at the table where John and Linda sit, there are cards for Larry's wife, Karen, a sympathy card, as well as a get well card for Don Whitaker. So if you haven't signed it, please feel free to do so before you leave today. And they'll go out in the mail today.
Yeah, okay, great.
Thank you.
All right. Renowned Kevin is up to the bat.
Birthdays and anniversaries from February 8th through the 14th. We got a couple. First of all, on the 9th, Susie Bain. She's born the same year as my wife. On the 11th, Norm Jensen. He'll be 91. Let's sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you.
We have one anniversary. On the 10th, John and Barbara Dunn. He'll be 64 years. Let's sing. From Bob Hope. Middle age is the time of life when you still believe you'll feel better in the morning.
All right. Okay, Cheryl?
I have a request from Franklin Grove, and I'm going to read this to you. Our field trip is on Friday, February the 13th. We are going to the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Museum. We will leave school around 9:30 and leave the museum around 12:45. They need 2 chaperones to go with the 4th graders. And the bad thing is chaperones cannot ride the bus, but they may follow in their own cars to the museum. Chaperones will need to park in the parking garage across from the museum. And if you think you might want to do this, let me know where you can park and the other things that go along with this. And Courtney, who is a parent liaison, says she might be able to get you some gas money if you need that. So if you are interested in going with the 4th graders in your own car, let me know. Thank you.
That's definitely the best way to chaperone.
I have a question. Do they pay for the admittance into the museum for you, or do you have to pay for that?
No, you can get in the museum free.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Dan?
Okay, yesterday they had a Key Club meeting out in St. Teresa, and they are planning a dance coming up on the 21st of February. It was going to be the winter formal, but the girls got together and decided it's going to be a Sadie Hawkins Day dance. A la Little Abner, if you remember him. And they're asking us to bring some snacks like water, chips, cookies, desserts, and also we get a couple, 2 or 3 of us to be chaperones that night also. You can bring this stuff in to the meeting next week, or you can take it out to the school on the Friday the 20th and drop it off at the office. Or if you go to the dance and chaperone, you can take it that night.
Or if you're going to chaperone, do you sit in your car in the parking lot?
Oh no! They're going to have a balloon arch and you have a DJ. They got lots of good things planned for us, so it should be a pretty good time. So if anybody wants to let me know and think about bringing some goodies.
Susan?
Good morning. This Sunday we'll be delivering the monthly meal to the Carriage House. And Mary Jean and Mary Claire and Steve and I will be providing that meal. We have the Trauma Doll Work Day is the 17th of February. I have a sign-up sheet over here. Lunch will be provided. We'll be there from 8 until 1, but you're welcome to come anytime within that amount of time. You can trace the pattern, you can cut the pattern, you can sew the dolls, you can stuff the dolls, you can put them in a bag, you can eat chili or chicken soup or whatever, but come and join us. It's at the Police Benevolent Hall, which is on Fairview South of Milliken, Fairview and Lincoln Park Drive. So join us then. It's a good time. And if you've not come, it's a good time. It's held by all, so come on by. And I have a new sign-up sheet over there for February 24th for the new Good Samaritan Inn date. And the last date, I think Cheryl or someone reported last week, but we had 9 volunteers for the January day. And we, as cold as it was, we had quite a few people coming in for food. And the last thing is I got a phone call from the Teddy Bear Dentistry group with Connie Doty, and I delivered 18 teddy bears there, and they were delighted. She said what they do is they get the kids in the dentist chair, and then they ask them if they would like to adopt a doll. So she said, be sure you bring some boy dolls and some girl dolls and just some dolls. So I just took her an assortment. She said, thank you very much.
All right, with the weather that we've had between Decatur and Evansville, many of our attempts to get benches have been squashed. We do have a scheduled delivery of lids and pickup of benches from Muffley Elementary School. They're getting 2 for their playground. Susan and I are going to be leaving tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. And if anybody, so I got these in the mail. I don't know if anybody likes to buy a lot of bird seed. I got a few coupons here from Kenny's Ace Hardware. Stop by and pick those up if you'd like to feed the birds. I just let my birds do primitive feeding. And in an attempt to get my last few credits of Social Security, I'm working at Menards from 5 until 9. So if you're out there, look me up.
At AM or PM?
It's AM, so.
AM.
And I'm not doing it every day, but yeah, so I've been getting up at 3:30 in the morning.
Wow.
The sun comes up when I get off.
All right. Think that, Charles?
Speaking of desserts, on the 22nd of February, Mount Zion Key Club will be having their annual bake sale and tasting. So you can go in for $5. You can taste about 50 or 60 different types of desserts. So if your sweetness is running a little low, it's a good time to go and refill.
What's that date again?
22nd, 6 p.m.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask you to line up by birthdays today, right now. Okay, let's look at announcements here. We're gonna have a board meeting next Monday. We got a lot to cover. We're gonna look at the bylaws and update those. We're gonna be checking about Kite Day, which is April 18th. And we are going to be looking at the results then of the survey that you all participated in. So anyone that wants to come is welcome. With that announcement, I'll go on to the 50-50.
We had $91 in donations today, so $45 to admin and 46 to the pot for a total of $221. Last three digits, 307.
There you go, Mike. King of Hearts. Missed it by that much. Oh, yeah. Okay, Linda Journal has an announcement.
I'm sorry, I'll be quick. I'm putting together bylaws committee, which I said before, and I've been working with, and will work some more with Bob Bischoff, but I asked for people who are interested in serving on the committee, and right now it is me, Tom McQuiston, Dick Virgin, Kyle Anderson, Bob Bischoff, Karen Seville, Gary Gopin, and Harold Wilkinson. If anyone else is interested, let me know before you leave today, because I'm going to make a report at the board meeting on Monday. Thank you.
Okay, Happy Jug. Who's happy? No one happy? Here we go. Jerry's happy.
All right, go Illini.
Okay.
I'm saluting Linda Thomas, who does a great job with the nugget, and she's now mailing that nugget to our household, and I appreciate her a lot. Thank you.
Very good. Kevin.
Okay, first of all, I have $1 for John Baird for getting this picture in the paper today. I guess he didn't know it. And then $1 for a nice presentation today for the News, and $1 for President Washington's person that shares his birthday.
Okay. Okay. Who else happy? Put the hands up here. No one else is happy? I guess I'm running over, that's why they're not happy. Okay, we better get the storyteller in here. Okay, Jerry.
Well, I'm keeping with that theme here to help catch up, because when I told this to my wife this morning, she said, well, the best thing about it is it's short. So I'd like everybody, on the count of 3, to moan and groan. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you've got that out of your system. Okay, there were these 2 cannibals, one from upriver and one from downriver, and they were in this bar, and they got talking to each other, and they started talking about, you know, their favorite dishes. And the one from downriver says, what's the latest cuisine that you've had lately? And the one from upriver said, well, we came down and got a couple of monks from the monastery, and we boiled them and made soup out of them. And the other one says, oh my God. He says, why? Tell me, how did that work out? He said, it was the worst meal we have ever had. And he says, well, no wonder about that. Everybody down here knows that they're all friars.
Glad you asked about the moaning before.
I anticipated.
Well, next week our speaker will be Jamie Foley, who's Executive Director of the Decatur Area Arts Council. So looking forward to that. We enjoy changing the world for the better by serving children and others. We are adjourned.